There still hasn't been a good Spike episode, has there, in the past? Yeah, I was not looking forward to this. What's up, guys? I'm my 5-year-old son, this Joker. And welcome to my review of Princess Spike. Yeah. Where do I really begin with the fact of... I guess that was the same with everyone's reaction in the sense of, oh, another Spike episode. I don't know what it is. I guess it's maybe just because of how he comes across. I know what Alex, my friend Alex, really likes him. He's been on here on the Blind Greens before. But I just really can't see the... What's the word I'm looking for? I'm getting lost in my words these days, but... not promise. The constellations in him, I guess. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. But without further ado, it's more of a little ado, because first I need to say, in my reviews, first of all, I don't use any clips from the show, or especially the episode in particular, because, one, I find them a little bit distracting, especially when I'm watching reviews. I find them a bit distracting, and I don't really pay attention to what the reviewer is saying. Second is, of course, that I'm still a bit skeptical and a bit paranoid when it comes to what Hasbro is on licensing terms and all that, so I'd rather the review stay up. You know, I'm not doing this for entertainment purposes, I'm just doing it so, you know, people who are interested in my opinion and all that, and if they want to discuss with me the points of the episode, you know, I like this kind of discussions. I have them vanilla every once in a while now, and I slowly have them tonight, but And secondly, of course, spoilers. If you haven't seen the episode yet, go watch it. If not, don't watch this video, because obvious spoilers is obvious. So, without further ado, let's get to it. So first off, I want to point out, why is Twilight the only one organizing this huge event? I mean, surely there are other ponies. Like, even in the previous episode, we have... what's her name? I think her name is Autumn Gen. You know, the pink ponies. Like, ever since Twilight came to town, no one's asked me to do things. Like, well... Yeah, if there's other ponies who are good at organizing, like, it takes a lot of people to do things. Like, you know, conventions, for example. A lot of people work behind the conventions. And this is this huge event gathering people from all over Equestria. Like... Come on, you're going to need more than just one person organizing this huge event. And even then, what is she exactly doing? I guess maybe panels and all that? You know, exactly, she's going to need more than just her doing it. And the princess, I was like, oh, we love you, princesses. And those, I didn't like the look that the rest of the princesses had. Like, now my Spike wants the word. It's like, if you, like, I thought Spike was going to give, like, and technically it was a, if you guys need any help, I will be here the entire time. If you need, you know, guidance on where things are, just come and ask you, like, no, we like you, princesses. And Linda looked annoyed when Spike was talking, but as soon as I said, we love you, princesses, she was like, oh, yeah. And even Celestia's like, wow, if that's not even and even Cadence, what? Twilight had the excuse, she was half asleep, but you guys were full awake and just going, Spike abuse, we love it. Princesses. Hate the subject, love yourself, apparently that's the way it goes. And that's why none of the princesses are on my top 12 characters list for My Little Pony. Well, I'm gonna have to do that one day, aren't I? But not at the moment, because... And, I was really not looking forward to it when I thought that it was going to be a whole Don't Wake Up This Person episode, which actually it can be good, you know, like Dexter's Lab. We'll get to that in just a second, because I thought a really good joke with that, but... Yeah, I don't really like those episodes, especially when I'm knowing that Spike's going to be doing it. You know, Spike's, again, he's just not really one I don't like seeing half the time. I don't know, he just comes across as kind of a bit of annoying and grating, I think that's maybe the point of why there can't be a good Spike episode. He just comes across as that. Oh boy, Alex is going to lay into me later if he watches that. But yeah, the whole Don't Wake Up This Person episode just seems really grating at times. Frankly, it isn't like that, but... It's also one of the problems. We'll get to that at the end. Though the mime joke is pretty funny when Spike's looking through the telescope. It's like, oh, it's making a noise. And if you're making a noise, an entertainer. Oh, it's a mime. That was pretty funny. And as soon as I saw the bird chirping, I could not help but think of that Dexter's Lab episode. That's a really good Don't Wake This Person Up episode. Because it's like, hey, you birds, Dexter's trying to sleep. Oh, Dexter's Lab. One of my favorite shows of all time. My Dexter's trying to sleep, so he's not having breakfast? No, so be silent. Don't tell me to be silent. Oh, man. Oh, where were we? Oh, yeah. And polo matches aren't loud. I don't know why Spike had to move that, and why they decided to have like, oh, polo. Polo is not that loud, is it? It's just like remember that Rhodey episode when she's in Canterlot? You know, they had a polo match there, and it was really quiet. You know, it's like, it's horrible. You know, that's really silent. You know, you can sleep relaxed. In fact, if there's violin music playing in the background, of course she's gonna fall asleep to that. I like, but silent violin music is really soothing. Oh, what's happening to my voice? It's suddenly turning into Liz. Oh, I think it's gonna stop stuffy in here. And of course, my rule of not cutting anything out is gonna bite me in the butt for that one. Also, why is Bon Bon there? I don't know if you guys, if anyone else knows, but technically there was Bon Bon in that scene. Her hair was a little different style, but still the same color, still the same face, and she was wearing like pretty clothes. But why is Bon Bon there? She's a spy. Oh yeah, she's Sweetie Drops now, international spy, and she's the international mayor of mystery. Yeah, baby. Now I'm going to point out the biggest problem of the episode. And I'll point it out again, but I'm just gonna address the pony or address the mammoth in the room. I don't know. I need to make some joke for that, but earplugs. Just earplugs, and the entire episode would not have happened. Twilight goes, I want to sleep. Candace goes, give her earplugs. My Little Pony. But no, earplugs don't exist, despite the fact that we did see them in a previous episode. And for those of you who have not used earplugs before, they block out all freaking sounds, like, completely. You know, like... Actually, I don't know if anyone else has had earwax build up, like, really hard before. I know this is a gross topic, but just stay with me here, just stay with me. When you've had it before, you do not hear anything at all. It's pretty much just... Yeah, exactly what you're hearing from me right now, and people are talking right in front of you, so... Put in the earplugs are even better, because whereas earwax only blocking a part of it, earplugs block up all of it, all of your ear canal, so... Yeah, for those people who say that earplugs don't work, you're not using them properly. You need to shove them right in. This my friend did once. He actually only put them in like halfway through, and they kept falling out. I was like, they're not working. I had to shove them right in, like, get here. Because he kept waking me up about it. But, that's enough for another time. And no, that's not my friend Woody. That was someone else in a different situation. So, first time seeing a chainsaw and a jackhammer, and even technically the first time we're seeing a sewer system in the show. I just wanted to point out, it's kind of weird, you know, first time seeing a whole chainsaw. Do you mean that'll be probably one of Rainbow Dash's future scary stories? The Chainsaw Massacre and that, God, wouldn't that be an episode? Anyway, and actually, never mind, that's kind of making me think of maybe a My Little Pony horror episode. You know, The Simpsons Treehouse of Horror? Maybe My Little Pony's Treehouse of Horror. But they can just do whatever they want. Oh, man. That's actually really... I want that to happen now. I want that to happen. Start a petition period or something. I don't know how that works. And, of course, all of the things, you know, the chainsaw and the jackhammer are all happening right outside Twilight's room, and all happening right when she's trying to sleep. Of course. Why not? And Spike, why didn't you just close the freaking window? That would have helped. But again, but the earplugs would just been the whole thing. So we're just going to treat this all as a dream sequence. No. We have to treat this as serious as possible. And the dragon sneeze tree is technically unbelievable, in the sense that, maybe dragons have a completely different, you know, nose system. I don't know what that was. Like, they have different nerves around their nose, but, you know, calling them dragon sneeze is like, oh, they only make dragons sneeze, but still, I'm a bit skeptical of the fact that maybe they should make everyone sneeze, because, you know, noses aren't that different. You know, whatever makes a cat sneeze will make you sneeze. You know, dust particles and all that. So silly. And the Fargo reference, it was cool, I guess, but it was kind of degrading the character from Fargo. You know, that police officer. Is that her actual name, Fargo? I've only seen Fargo once, so please forgive me on that regard. I haven't even seen Big Lebowski, so you gotta forgive me on Fargo. Actually, no, if you forgave me on Big Lebowski, and then you're gonna definitely forgive me on Fargo, so lovely people who don't comment. Maybe that's got to be thankful for. But yeah, however, the way that they portray her really degrades her as a character. Like, they say, like, oh, she's argumentative, she's really selfish, she's... Oh, yeah, I'd like to do this myself, don't you know? Screw him, don't you know? Don't you know? Take a shot every time she says, don't you know? And I just realized, again, that this was pointed out in the Kessel Sweet Castle, but Princess Twilight should have more. No, technically better, in Spike's story. No, Spike doesn't even count as a guard. Princess Twilight should have any sort of guards. I mean, she's a freaking princess. When she's asleep and vulnerable, shouldn't she have guards lying about? I mean, they're all over Celestia and Luna's castle. They're all over Cadence's castle. Well, technically, they weren't in that one episode, but they're still, like, running about, I guess. But Princess Twilight has no guards at all. Like, they're about to just run into her room as an angry mob. Who's their protector? A baby dragon. Good job, Celestia. Vote Celestia, new term. Ooh. Oh, no, we can, because Principality. Better overthrow her and bring the... No, that's not bring the Lunar Republic, because we don't know that Luna's that better of a leader. Especially since... Let's leave that. Oh... And to be fair to this episode, the whole part, or even the idea of Spike speaking for Twilight, quote-unquote, for Twilight, isn't bad. In the sense of, oh, it's terrible to look at, it's terrible going on. Like, when it's just him telling them, oh, I just need this to happen, yes, I'll just help Twilight spring out, there's just minuscule problems, like, oh, my friend did this, just forgive your friend. Oh my god, we both booked for the same room. Well, I guess you'll just have to share. There's nothing we can do about it now. Those are pretty simple things, Oh, and that reminds me of what we got to talk about later. I suppose, really, the problem is, with the whole actual idea, or the whole part of Spike speaking for Twilight the entire time, is him coming across as arrogant and even a bit ignorant, which makes me think, actually, how this episode would go if it was Rainbow Dash in Spike's place, Maybe this episode would have been better. Just have no more Spike episodes. No more! Because we can't do anything with him until he's older. Spike also seems to be missing his common sense with the second the more. It's like, hey, this thing's gonna blow any time and it's gonna go boom!
It doesn't matter, it's just a water main.
Oh goodness, I'm gonna get ripped apart for that Spike impression. And, oh, another really horrible part of the episode in a sense. Hey, Princess Cadence, why don't you help Twilight out here? You seem to be doing absolutely nothing. Except just giving Spike lectures like, hey Spike, I'm doing nothing, I'm gonna moan at you, and then fly off. I mean, suppose with Celestia and Luna, I guess you can argue since they're not on screen, they're busy helping out, the summit while it's still going on, But Cadence just seems to be hanging about doing nothing. Just help Twilight do the thing, help out do her things for her, help Spike keep it quiet, help Spike guard the thing, Do something other than just sightsee around Canterlot. Which you grew up, so I don't see the point in sightseeing there. Ugh. And of course, Spike being selfish because the writers hate Spike. Yeah, it just seems completely out of nowhere, and he's like, as by orders of the princess, back rub, by orders of the princess, free cake. It just seems completely out of nowhere, forcing just to make us hate Spike for no reason. It's just, Oh, and I hate that cliche of, what could possibly go wrong? Or in this case, nothing will happen, and then something happens right after that. Ding! Oh, go watch Cinema Sins if you don't know what I'm talking about there. Also, why is a polo match the cause of the water main instead of just the water main going off or just a tree falling? It just seems really stupid and again forced. God, that's one of my pet hates of any episode when something comes across as forced. Which there was a lot of this episode. Oh boy. Oh boy. Also, how come Cadence can now do crystal magic for no reason? I thought her specialty was love. She's the princess of love. The reason she's severe chrysalis and all the other things because she teams up with Shining Armor, use the power of love. But no, why is she suddenly doing crystal magic now? She's channeling King Sombra. No! Oh boy. Actually, there's probably still shippings of that. Horrible shippings. Or good shippings. Also, why can't two or more of the princesses use their magic to just fix the room that just got ruined? It's like what CinemaSins always says, you'd think in a world where full with magic, you wonder why there's such conflict in the magical world. Or something along those lines, I didn't get it perfectly right. But yeah, when there's magic that can do anything, this is the problem when you're doing a fantasy world and why I did a lot of things with Succubus Cells regarding its rules of magic. When you just go, it's magic, you can do anything, you have a lot to not have conflicts for. Because it's like, oh my god, giant mess, oh my god, building, oh my god, this. It's like, well, magic. There, it's all done because magic. Really try to avoid that. It's just... And And, Celestia and Luna could just come as well, and they'd be really powerful princesses, same with Twilight and Cadence. Maybe that's the whole point, maybe that's the requirement of being a princess, being somewhat powerful with magic. Also, why in the next shot are the flowers gone? When Spike sneezes and destroys that thing, which doesn't seem that forced to me, the flowers did come in, even though they're wet, they could still make him sneeze. How come in the very next shot after the act break, how come the flowers are gone? They're nowhere in the room. In fact, all the water's gone as well. All of the flowers, all the water's gone. It's just the bit of a mess and the statue falling over. Animation error or background artist error. You be the judge. We're still counting as a sin. Ugh, God, we're counting cinema sins. We're quoting cinema sins all the way through this episode. Speaking of episode, the entire episode, or rather just this part of the episode, would have been much, much better had Spike just admitted and apologized on his own to the quote-unquote angry mob straight away. Like when they burst into the room, like, what are you apologizing for? And then Spike breaks into that speech there about, or not his speech, but just saying that it was his spot and he shouldn't have done this about that. And then Twilight waking up, and then Cadence explaining, like, are you sure nothing went... What do you learn? Or Spike, you did a good job at making things. And then Twilight saying, did anything happen? Oh, nothing happened. That would have been much better, You don't need to force things. You don't need to force Spike, because that makes him seem really, really childish. And I know he's still a kid, but isn't the whole point of making him grow? That's the whole point of a character development, have them grow up. And I thought he did learn something in a couple of Spike episodes ago. Yeah, it would have been way better if he did just do it on his own. Like, he didn't get told by Cadence or Twilight to do it, and he just did it there straight away without them just padding out the episode. Padding. Moving on, because we're almost at the end. Low Spike's generic speech makes me groan. It's just, ugh. Why does there always have to be a speech? Thank you, Starlight Glimmer, for going quiet! I wish Starlight Glimmer was just in every episode, just when someone's about to make a speech, he just comes out of nowhere and just goes, quiet! Forever. If you get that, good. You have a memory. But the scene where everyone puts their gem on the statue completely is a kind of a nice scene, though, but which is actually good because it is short. I don't want to drag it on. Just this nice little short scene of just them putting the piece together. I think you're playing the Cantaloupe Ruby goes here, and this goes here. It's from Fargo. God, what would have been the pun on that? Ugh. Oh, almost at the end. Just one more thing to point out before we get to the final notes. I'm pretty sure that there aren't that many towns/cities in Equestria as there are all on that giant statue. Like, there's... I'm guessing if you kind of all together, I'm not going to spend that long. I'm not that dedicated. I'm sorry. But I'm going to guess that the joke is that there's 52 gems on there. 52 states. Don't you know? But there's not 52 cities in Equestria. I'm pretty darn sure there's only like 10, if even that. Appaloosa, Philadelphia. And there's a map right behind me on my wall. Let me just quickly, from just looking, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10. From just a quick glance. But final thoughts on this episode. This isn't as quick, as long as I thought it would be. Actually, it is. Jeez. 20 minutes. Hopefully we'll end it quickly. So, final thoughts. Spike's more selfish actions in this episode, like with the cakes in the background and all ever, and ignoring what should be done, not only ruins his character, but it just comes across as really forced. Like, Spike, he's grown up. He's way past this now a couple of episodes ago when he showed that he's capable of doing more things. It just really just seemed like the writer just did, oh, let's make Spike do this because we hate Spike now. And Cadence, of course, seemed to be just there to lecture Spike when she and the other princesses could have been handling Twilight's duties, or helping guard her, keeping her asleep, doing more than just go, Spike, Spike, I got... Ugh. Oh, there we go. I'm bored of it now, what I was trying to do. God dang it, Spike. The dragon ain't right. Celestia. I'm gonna get burned for that one. Ooh, making Cadence hand kill. And of course, the problems that lead to the room being destroyed seem rather minuscule and very coincidental, even no matter how much you look at it, no matter what direction you look at it from, and even can be seen as not Spike's fault. Like... Why did they all believe he represented Twilight in the first place, actually, that's to be honest? Why did they all go, Spike comes along, hi, I'm Spike. Who are you? I don't know you. I represent Twilight. Well, I'm gonna believe that. Woo! And you can't say, because Spike's known to be Twilight's assistant, because otherwise they would have gone, oh, hey, Spike. you're Twilight's assistant. Even at the beginning of the ceremony, like, oh god, it's Spike's assistant. Twilight's assistant. He's helped her through every single adventure so far, and even helped save the Crystal Empire. Woo, Spike, you're cool, like the Crystal Ponies did. But no, they just go, oh, princesses, continuity. What's that? You were doing so good, season 5. You were doing so good, and you kick continuity out the window. Oh. Yeah, it just didn't seem to be Spike's fault at the time, just in the sense that, Watermain should have been taken care of beforehand, so should the trees. Should that have been taken before the summit happened? Not before the summit started, like the day before, like, Twilight's walking about,
okay, the summit is starting tomorrow, so we need everything done. We need that Watermain sorted out straight away.
Yes, ma'am.
And we need the trees cut down.
Yes, ma'am. Like, all ticking before the summit happens, because, as you know, that was in the middle of the summit, so... it was not Spike's fault, it was Twilight's fault for not taking care of it sooner, or the guys were in charge of it. And, they were very coincidental and didn't do much damage. It knocked the statue down, but they fixed it straight away. And the whole room, again, the power of magic, it seemed to... Actually, wasn't it fixed in the next scene? The whole seemed to be gone in the 2 scenes later. So, yeah. Very coincidental, very minuscule, like they didn't do that much long-term damage, so nothing to blame Spike for completely and all that. And the focus just jumps back from everywhere, like I mentioned at the beginning of the episode, like, oh, maybe it's just a whole don't wake up episode, but no. It goes from first to, oh, this pity Spike because he's not a princess, to, oh, stop the noise for Twilight, and then, oh, I'm gonna handle Twilight's duties, and then suddenly, oh, he's abusing Twilight's power, and then suddenly, oh, he's ignorant altogether what's going on and even what he did. Ugh. Just no focus, and just... And finally... This all could have been avoided with earplugs. Originally, I gave this a 4 out of 10, but after the second viewing and writing down the notes, I'm going to have to give this a 3.5 out of 10. Why can't you write a good Spike episode, people? Poor Spike. Poor Spike. Oh, poor Spike. When he's working for Applejack, he can't work, but when he's working with Twilight, he can do all the things. So... with apologies to Spike, poor guy, probably has a lot of potential as a character. I'd like to thank you all for watching this review. Put your comments down below. I guess if you have things to say about what I said, whatever. Oh no, I'm asking for comments. I'm a bad person. But until the next thing that you see me in, whether it's my Let's Play channel, my animations, Blunderbolts blind readings, or another review I do, thank you for watching, and good night. This is Lumberply, Bustin' on the Joker saying bye-bye later and combining 2 of my exits. Woo!